Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. It's the end of the month and that means we are doing the tier list for every position. We've got defenders. I don't think too many players have really been added in terms of to the tier list at the moment, but the meta might have changed slightly. Some dynamic cards might have got upgrade, and we do this at the end of every month. I think this list could change drastically when we do it at the end of May though, and we've had a lot of team of the season cards, because a lot of the team of the season cards are going to start to trump some of the older promo cards we've had. As always, we are not basing any of our ratings on the tier list on chemistry. If a player was from Armenia and playing in the 3rd English division and he was better than I thought Tamori, I'd put him above him. Obviously some players are better value because they're easy to get into your team and build around, but for me, this is purely how good a card is. And yes, before some smart Alex says you haven't used every player on this list, feel free to have a cookie for being so smart. Of course I haven't used every player on this list. No one has. I've played with a lot of them. I've played against pretty much all of them. And when you've played the game enough, you can have a pretty good idea of the stats. So let's get into it. Tamori. The general thing that I want from centre-backs on this game, it's pace, good on the ball, solid defending stats, in particular defensive awareness, and that's the key stat, followed by interceptions, then standing tackle, and then I like good strength and jumping and solid enough stamina. I don't think you really notice aggression whatsoever on this game. I think passing is a nice plus, and then you want centre-backs who are also relatively tall, because I think the smaller centre-backs can struggle at times. In terms of Tamori though, I think he ticks pretty much all the boxes. He's about as fast as you get. I would just say at this point of the game, he doesn't have the crazy defending, really good passing, or insane physical to put him into the S tier. So he's right at the top end of the A tier. Hakimi, still the best right back comfortably. It probably was not really going to change your team this season, but might be some that challenge him a bit more. Saliba. Now I'm pretty sure when they released him, I cursed Arsenal by saying that he's been really good this season, and it'd be really bad for him if he got injured and wasn't able to play because Arsenal need him. And then he got injured, and Arsenal have done a lot worse. So, yeah, sorry, Arsenal fans. This card had potential to be absolutely crazy, but because he's not ticked really any of the boxes, bar the one win, unfortunately, he's not really had the upgrade. So, Saliba, still very good, probably around top end of A tier again. I'd say around there. Should have been an S tier card though. Emerson Royale. I'd much rather have the weak foot on a fullback. His passing's pretty average. The long passing vision's pretty bad for through balls down the line. He's okay on the ball, but not great. Defending's pretty good. He's pretty good physical. He's quick. We'll put him in B tier. Virgil van Dijk, obviously in the S tier. If there's a card that we just know without even looking, we're not going to waste the time. This card is 1.3 mil, apparently. That is outrageous. I don't know who is paying that. Great defending. Okay physical. Great passing. Pretty good on the ball. But he's probably beaten because he's just so slow compared to some of the top better centre-backs now. 82 pace is just about acceptable at this point of the game. Cancelo. On a fullback, physical is not as important as at centre-back. But it does matter. 4-star is pretty good. His passing is pretty good in general. I mean, it's really good for a fullback, to be fair. He's rapid. Defending is pretty good. I'd probably put him top end of B tier. I think that in some areas he could be a bit better. And if he was a bit better, that would help him obviously push the tiers. All the teams, we'll just find the other team here, Militao. These guys are all around here. I would put them in that order in terms of how good I think they are for their positions. Dalot, probably a top 3 to 5 fullback in the game when he was released. Still very, very good. Not as good as he was, obviously. He's good on the ball, but not insane. Okay defending, but a bit lower on some stats. Not the best long passing. It's still a pretty good. A lot of these cards that have fallen off a little bit are probably going to just slot into the B tier. And remember, any card in this video is top tier in terms of they're good enough to get into most teams in the game. If they're not in this video, it might mean that I've just accidentally missed out on them, or I just didn't think they were good enough. But we've got 56 cards as it is. Alberto. I just packed him from one of the Icon SBCs. I would say, as a fullback, he's probably A tier. Even though he's not the biggest, though, as a centre-back, I'd probably put him S tier. I've probably not done that on previous tier lists, but when I think about it, and he can play centre-back naturally, he's insane. Zambrotta, better physically in game, a little bit like Capdevere. Better physically in game than you'd think. 4-star, 5-star, not the best on the ball, but still A tier in my opinion. Cafu, probably around there. Now, this Desai is very cheap right now, because I'm pretty sure you can get him as part of the season rewards this season, which is nice. EA have finally given us some good season rewards. It only took halfway through the game cycle, or even longer than that. This Desai, he is very good. He's a bit slow and a bit clunky, though. The defending physical's insane, but he's slow and clunky compared to some... Well, not slow. 84 pace is actually pretty good. But he's quite clunky, which will hurt. I'll put him at the bottom end of A tier, but it's still very good. Rio, pretty similar to Desai. Not quite as good physical, but slightly quicker, bit better on the ball, so slightly higher up this. Cordoba. Cordoba suffers a bit from being a bit small on the game. Still, great card. Insane at turning with that agility and balance. Great defending. Pretty good physical. If he was 6'2", he'd be right around here. But because he's a bit small and doesn't have the physical presence of those guys, I have to put him a bit lower. Ledley. Again, slightly slower than some of the other cards on this list, but very good elsewhere. I'm probably thinking he's like slightly worse Desai, so I'll put him around here. Vidic. Very good, but again, doesn't quite have the pace to push up to there. Compared to Rio and Desai, though, a bit better on the ball, a bit better physical, a bit more of an intimidating presence, so I'm putting him up there. Baresi, again, a little bit like the Cordoba effect. Not even got great physical, but he is very solid on the ball, got great passing. He's a bit small, not quite as small as Cordoba. I'm putting him probably around with Cordoba. I'd probably put him there. I think he's better than Desai, but it's close between all these guys. Rudiger doesn't have the best pace split, so he's not actually that quick in reality. Clunky, some bad stats across the board. We'll probably put him C tier, which is still very good. Robertson. So 5-star skills, nice, but not that big a deal. Not very good on the ball at this point of the game for a top fullback. Pretty weak, so probably like C tier. He also has 2-star weak foot. Skriniar, very good value, and was a card that I was thinking might actually have chance to get upgraded a lot, but I'm going to assume, based on this tracker, that he's not been playing. I'm going to assume he's injured. But yeah, still pretty good, but a little bit slow and not best on the ball. It's probably top end of C tier. Maldini, obviously S tier. I'd probably put him in between Van Dijk and Militao, to be honest. Blanc, very, very good card, just a little bit slow. Very good on the ball, ridiculous defending, great physical, 6'4", good passing. He's just a bit slow. I still think he's right up here, though. I think he's borderline S tier. If you gave him 3 more pace, he's right around here. Zanetti's honestly probably a better centre mid, but great defending. For a right back, not the best on the ball. Bit weak, but I think he's got good enough defending and pace. We can put him around there. Tal, not the easiest to link in, but a very good card. Because he's so quick, you can put an anchor on him. He gets great physical. He's got good passing. Very good on the ball, especially when you consider he's 4'5". His defending, not the best, but it's pretty good. I'd put him right up at the top end of A tier. Ashley Cole, I'm pretty sure more people have done him now. He's got an SBC. 4'3", bit weak, average on the ball, 3-star weak foot, definitely hurts the card. So I'm putting him top end of C tier, but still a very solid card. Capdevere, very overpriced, but it is a very good card. You can put an anchor on him. He won't suffer too much with the pace. Not that good on the ball, but great physical defending for a fullback. I'm going to put him probably bottom end of A tier. Lam, a card that honestly pleasantly surprised me. I packed the 92 untradeable, and I really liked him actually, so I thought I'd try this one out. 3-star weak foot's not great. He probably would be a better CDM, a little bit like Zane, but he is insane defensively. Being insane defensively really helps this card out. You do notice in game, he's great on the ball. His passing's brilliant. He's got insane stamina. He's very good as a wing back or right mid in the 5-back or 3-backs. Pretty quick. I'll probably put him slightly above Zane, but not much above. Jesus Navas, we've got a flashback in the team of the season rewards. Rapid, ridiculously good on the ball, very good passing, pretty decent physical when you put an anchor on him, which is probably his best chem star, and great defending. If he had 5-star or 4-star weak foot, I'd honestly probably put him S tier. But I'm putting him right up there. I think he looks very, very good. Hummels, one of the most underrated cheap players in the game, to be honest. Very, very good. 5-star weak foot, cracked physical defending, bit clunky, but he's tall, like very, very good. Right up here, in my opinion. Walker, at this point of the game, I think Walker's outdated, still overpriced. 2-star weak foot, clunky on the ball, not great passing. It's usable, but not great. He just doesn't suit this game where you want fullbacks who are really good on the ball, in my opinion. Whereas Alba is a little bit the opposite. Better on the ball, but not great defending, not great physical, so put him around here. Sandro. Foot birthday. A lot of these fullbacks got given skill moves. I'd much rather have them had weak foot. With a weak foot, it'd be a bit better. I think it's a pretty solid one. Probably top end B tier. Varane. Very good card. Was amazing when he came out. Borderline S tier when he came out. He's still fairly quick. He's just a little clunky and lacks in a few areas that I think I can't put him too high, but probably around here. John Stones is CDM in real life at the moment under Pep. But very good card. Was pretty good value as well. John Stones, though, not insane on the ball, but pretty good. Pretty good physical, but not insane. I think it's top end B tier. Llorente. Probably a better centre mid, in terms of that's where you get more out of him. But with an anchor, you get great defending, great physical, good on the ball. Pretty similar to this Navas card in some ways. Mendy. Bit of Furlong. PS team of the season is going to be great. Mendy, pretty good physical. Not the best defending and not the best on the ball. Holds the card back. But 4-star, 5-star is very nice. Trent, been what's this? Ever present in our tier list ever since he came out. Very good card. Passing's very good as you'd expect on a Trent card, but the physical is a bit weak. The defending's not great. Fairly average on the ball. So some of the key stuff I like in fullback he's lacking a bit. Boy, I think this was an SBC. Yeah, it was. Or it was an objective or something, but you can't get him anymore. Very good card though. I wish I'd done him, to be honest. He was very achieved in whatever. He's very good. For a centre back, his dribbling stats are insane. Great defending, pretty good physical. Is it a special card? No, but it's very, very good. Timber. Yeah, this is the one we're looking at. 4 weak foot. Rapid. Really strong. It is like Tamori basically, but a bit smaller. Lucio. One of the most overpriced cards in the game. But Lucio, all his cards played said, it is an S tier card nonetheless. Ramos. Brilliant card. Don't think he's quite S tier anymore like he was when he came out. But he still plays very good. DeMarcos. Probably the best right back in La Liga until this Navas comes out. Unless there's someone obvious I'm missing. But very good card. Actually, I guess Llorente is better. Llorente is more centre mid, but I would have Llorente still. Alaba. Already very good. Very tough tie for Real Madrid next. Probably playing the favourites in the Champions League in Man City. But this Alaba is already very good. Obviously, if he gets more upgrades, becomes up there for best centre-back in the game. Quick, about as good as it gets on the ball for a centre-back. Great passing. This card's just insane. Top tier. Koulibaly, bit clunky, I think, at this point. Bit clunky. It's pretty similar to Desai, but not quite as good. Moidia always seems good on FIFA when he gets one of these special cards. The pace split's not very good, though, I will say. That pace split definitely hurts him. Probably go an anchor. No, probably go shadow, actually, just to get as much acceleration as possible. He's going to be a bit clunky and lacking a few ways. I think he's pretty good, but I think because of some of the issues he has. Oh no, he's 5'5". I didn't realise he was 5'5". Yeah, 5'5", then we're going to put him a lot higher. Still a bit clunky, though. We want the weak foot Zinchenko because it's a fullback. More passion in that dynamic image as well. Again, not the best pace split, but very, very solid card. Bit weak. If he honestly is better physically, he can maybe push S tier. Upamecano. Again, not a great pace split, but great defending, great physical. Lacks the high 90s defensive awareness, but still great. Really good value on that card, to be honest. Ben White, very good card. Could have been insane if Arsenal somehow beat City, but I didn't think they were gonna. Shadow on him. Physical's lacking a bit. Could have done with an upgrade there, but very good on the ball. There's a lot of these centre-backs now like this, to be honest. Alphonso Davies. Compared to some of the other fullbacks, lacks a little bit in the defending physical, but you can put a sentinel on him, but he's very good going forward. Diaz. So, Man City apparently haven't had any clean sheets recently. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but this Diaz card, very, very good. Not quite as good as some of the S tier cards, I think, but he's right up there, not far off. Chelsea out of the Champions League, so this card not going to get any more upgrades, but he's still pretty good. Pretty great value as well. Good on the ball. Another one of these centre-backs just float around here. There's so many good centre-backs. Cavadio, rapid, great physical, great at the ball. Just lacks that defensive awareness. That defensive awareness was 95 plus. He'd be S tier. One of my favourite centre-backs I've used, though. I feel like I'm just repeating myself a lot with these centre-backs. There's just so many centre-backs now. You've got no excuse not to have a good centre-back because every team's going to be able to fit one in. Another great one, just a bit small. And then Araujo's probably again around one of these type of players. So honestly, we're getting some pretty cracked cards. I think the tier list will shift the most. It's shifted in a long time, though, come team of the season. But let me know what you think of this tier list, guys. Let me know what your favourite defenders are at the moment or who. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, thank you for the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.